All right, so in a recent X post, Michael Saylor, the executive chairman of strategy, wrote, "Bitcoin is a swarm of cyber hornets serving the goddess of wisdom, feeding on the fire of truth, exponentially growing ever smarter, faster, and stronger behind a wall of encrypted energy." Joining me now, strategy executive chairman Michael Saylor. So, Michael, I had to go. I went on AI to ask if hornets are indeed good, and the answer was yes. Hornets are beneficial for the ecosystem, so they play a valuable role in controlling pest populations, even contributing to pollination. So I guess it's a good, appropriate metaphor there.
You know, Bitcoin's a virus. It's a freedom virus. It's based on a monetary virus that's in turn based on a truth virus. You know, and we think of it as a swarm creature because everywhere in the world, there's someone that's supporting the Bitcoin ecosystem with their electricity, their computer power, their political power, their economic power. And it's about as unstoppable as a swarm of hornets are unstoppable. You can't shoot a bullet through it. You know, it's spreading all throughout the world, and it just keeps getting stronger day by day, week by week, month by month.
This is something you told us was going to happen for the last few years. Now I gotta ask you though about the Bitcoin yield. I saw on your website 4.4% Bitcoin yield this quarter, 25% year to date. Those sound like very lofty numbers, but what does it even mean to folks out there?
You know, so Bitcoin's a long-term asset. You know, you want to hold it for 21 years. It's been returning about 50% plus a year. It's very volatile. Believe it or not, there are a lot of people that want 2x Bitcoin. They don't want the Bitcoin return. They want 100% return. So MicroStrategy, the equity, or strategy, the equity, is amplified Bitcoin. We actually aim to generate 2x the Bitcoin return and 2x the volatility. And the way we do it is by issuing credit instruments. So believe it or not, there's someone that would like to get double the money market return or double the yield in their bank account. So if we give them 9%, we've doubled their bank account. We've kind of beat the SOFR rate by 5%. But, you know, Bitcoin's returning 55%. So if I take the 5% boost and I give it in a short duration treasury instrument to credit investors, the other 45% goes to the equity investors. That creates Bitcoin yield.
Wow. Okay. Now that you've explained it, it sounds even more enticing. But you also posted that the Wall Street continues to misunderstand the strategy, continues to undervalue the company. Is there, in your mind right now, at this particular point, a correct valuation?
You know, the accounting only became fair value this year. And so I think Wall Street is undervalued, underestimated, misunderstood what's going on in the entire crypto ecosystem. We're now the ninth most profitable company on an operating basis in the S&P. We're number 96 in market cap. We're like number 495 on a P/E basis. So I don't think Wall Street quite gets it. We're the fourth most profitable finance company in the United States right now, and it's pretty common to dismiss or to disparage something you're afraid of, you don't understand. I think that Wall Street's starting to come to grips with this new thing this year, but it'll probably be a few more years before they really understand the power of digital capital and Bitcoin as an ecosystem.
Well, you know, you just laid out the value proposition, though, for people who want to buy your stock. The Journal is just a recent article talked about this 86 billion, it's probably more now, raised by companies. They want to fund a treasury like with Bitcoin. You must be flattered. Of course, speaking in the financial media, I saw one piece that said it's a fad, another piece that wonders if it's a Ponzi scheme. What do you say? And is it a problem for you that everyone's sort of trying to mimic what you're doing right now with a scarce resource?
You know, 100 years ago, people disparaged companies that wanted to use electricity or gasoline in their business. They thought that was faddish. Again, they just don't understand it. This is digital capital. So if you're using traditional treasuries as capital, you're underperforming the S&P by 10% a year, so you're burning money on your treasury. If you're using Bitcoin, you're outperforming the S&P by something like 40% a year. So the more capital you raise, the more capital you hold, the faster you create shareholder value. It's not a problem. All those companies are adopting the Bitcoin standard. It's just like companies deciding to put internal combustion engines in their machines or use electricity or the internet or computer semiconductors. It's going to become the rule over time, because why would you want your company to burn 10% of its capital every year when it could double or triple its capital every year?
Today, a company called Verb, which I never heard of, up almost 100%. They raised close to $600 million for the open network, or TON, for the TON coin to be used on the TON blockchain. We've got stablecoin, we've got Ether. The cyberspace is broadening. Does that change things for you? Does that change the calculus for where your company can go?
There's an explosion of innovation in the crypto economy right now, and I think Telegram is offering a wallet that lets you move Bitcoin and lets you move stable coins at the speed of light over that network. So I think it has to do with the enthusiasm of the technology community and this idea that maybe we could have 1 billion people that have a mobile app that moves money at the speed of light and stores their life savings in an asset that keeps going up in value. I think you'll see more and more of this innovation now that we've got a new pro-innovation administration, and there's going to be thousands of very interesting ideas. They all come down to the digital transformation of finance and the digital transformation of capital.
Can I tell you, Michael, we've been talking on and off for years now, and I've always admired your vision and the way you've stuck to this, even the times that you were on the mat, and you never cried, you never whined. You said, hey, listen, this is the value proposition, it's going to work, and you're changing the entire world now. Congratulations, Michael.
Yeah, thank you, Charles. Always a pleasure.
Same here.